Ita, if I don't get back the 40K my heavily Christian aunt gave to me, since she won't be needing it when the rapture comes. There's a faction of Christians convinced the rapture is happening this Tuesday. My Aunt Rebecca is one of them, and she's been texting our family group chat about how the faithful will ascend. I'm transgender. Female to male. Transitioned at 16. Now 22. Most of my family was supportive when I came out, except Aunt Rebecca. She showed up to my high school graduation with a sign that said, "God doesn't make mistakes," and my dead name in giant letters. Security tried removing her for 2 hours. My mom finally convinced her to leave by threatening police. That was 6 years ago. Since then, she's sent me Pray Away the Trans pamphlets, forwarded detransition miracle articles, and once mailed me a dress with a note saying, "For when you come back to who God created you to be." My parents banned her from our house, but she'd still corner me at family events. "Jacob isn't your real name," she'd whisper. "The devil is lying to you." Last week, she texted, asking to meet for coffee. When I arrived at Starbucks, she was already seated with 2 drinks and a manila envelope. Her eyes were red, makeup smudged. "I wanted to see you one last time before I'm taken up to glory," she said, sliding the envelope across the table. "I've been cleansing my life of earthly attachments." Inside was $43,000 in cashier's checks, all made out to my legal name, Jacob. "I'm giving away everything I don't need in heaven," she explained. "I've already donated to the church, given my car to my prayer group. This is for you, because even though you've lost your way, you're still family. Maybe it'll help you survive the tribulation long enough to find God again." I tried to refuse. "Aunt Rebecca, the rapture isn't." "Don't." She held up her hand. "I know you don't believe. Please, Jacob, let me do this one kind thing before I go." She left before I could argue, practically running to a car. When I got home, I told my partner, Chris. He immediately said, "You're giving it back when nothing happens, right?" "I don't know," I admitted. "She made my teenage years hell. She actively tried to prevent me from transitioning. She's also clearly having a mental health crisis," Chris pointed out. I called my mom the next morning. She was furious. "Rebecca tried to give your sister her house," Mom said. "Your father's already contacted Adult Protective Services. What should I do with the money? Legally? Probably give it back. Morally?" Mom sighed. "Honey, nobody would blame you for keeping it. God knows you've earned it." Update 3 days later. The rapture didn't happen. Shocking. Wednesday morning, Aunt Rebecca started a new group chat. The date was symbolic. The true rapture will be revealed in God's perfect timing. By Thursday, my dad informed me that Rebecca's husband, Jim, filed for emergency conservatorship. The 43K was their entire retirement savings. She'd also quit her job at the hospital where she'd worked for 20 years, donated their second car, and put their house up for sale. Uncle Jim is not religious. He's a geology professor who tolerates her church involvement but draws hard lines. This crossed all of them. "She's having a breakdown," he told my parents. "The lawyer says if you return the money immediately, it'll help show she wasn't competent when she distributed assets." I stared at those checks for hours. The petty part of me wanted to keep it, wanted to use her retirement fund for my top surgery and send her before and after photos. But I kept thinking about something my therapist said. Don't let the people who hurt you turn you into someone you're not proud of being. I deposited the checks into a separate account and returned the full amount with documentation. I also sent Aunt Rebecca a letter. "I'm returning the $43,000, not because I forgive you for how you treated me during my transition, not because I think you were right about anything, but because I refuse to let your worst impulses define my character. I hope you get the help you need. This doesn't erase the damage you caused. I'm not the one who needs saving. You are." Uncle Jim called yesterday to thank me and apologize for Rebecca's behavior over the years. "I should have shut her down harder. I'm sorry, Jacob. Rebecca is currently in intensive outpatient therapy. The money's been returned." Top comments. Commenter 1. The fact that she used your correct legal name on the checks is the most tragic part of this. Commenter 2. You're a better person than me because I would have gotten the top surgery, sent her the photos, and thanked her for funding my mutilation. Commenter 3. Religious psychosis is real and terrifying. You did the right thing.